What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we are locked in. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This is a spoiler alert for episode 7. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd advise you to leave. If you have seen it or you just don't care, let's jump into it. After the tragic events that happened to Lopez, we need to figure out, is Brian and the rest of the police force going to figure out who committed this crime? But first, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, we know there's a lot of eyes on Detective Bryant because Lopez, he's been watching them. So let's jump into it and see if Detective Lopez's murder will be solved or unsolved. We all know what's been going on. Detective Lopez has really been on Brian's case. He's been watching him very closely because he feels something isn't right with the J-Mo murder. We know that the earring came up missing and we caught Brian in the garage cleaning his car. So Detective Lopez has been following him. He also seen Brian meeting up with Meech and giving him some money for the witness that suddenly disappeared. So this whole time Lopez has been on the case. We've seen he's been working directly with the commander. So when they questioned little Nicole on who killed Darius, they didn't allow Brian to go in the interrogation room. So he had to stay back. This whole time Brian is on the outside looking in. It seems like they built a task force just for him to help find who's on the streets and who Brian is connected to. Now in episode 7, we see here, Brian goes in and gets some lottery tickets. Lopez is in the car, and one thing we know about Lopez, he works 24/7 non-stop. It doesn't matter, rain, sleet, or snow, like the post office. Lopez is on work. Now he's looking outside. We know Meech has to get back out there with the 50 boys, well, the family, to sell stuff so they can make, you know, a profit. Brian, he's looking, he's like, oh man, that's Meech and them, let them go. But Lopez, he's like, nah, they might have something on them. We need a question. We got 2 bodies on our hands now. So he gets out, he chases after Meech. He catches Meech, turns him over, and Kato hits him in the back of the head. Now, they don't know that they killed him right here, but Brian comes over and he's calling it in. Kato saved Meech. That's a whole nother story. But we have Detective Lopez knocked out unconscious, and we didn't know that he wasn't going to survive. We see later on, once they get to the hospital, everyone from the police station is showing up, especially when you have a detective down. And it turns out the doctor comes out and tells him that, hey, Detective Lopez is dead. Now, Commander Beckwith, she's looking at Brian and she has information from Lopez. She doesn't know if he's dirty or not, but she's letting him know, look, if we find out that you had anything to do with this or there's any connection with you in the streets and whoever killed him, then you're going to have a problem. But at this point, Brian, he's in self-defense mode. You know, I got to protect me. So if you don't have anything on me, Brian wants to leave. Now, Commander Beckwith, she's going to really be looking on this, and Brian is going to have a lot of people watching him just because she's going to tell other people, hey, Brian's acting a little funny with this situation. Y'all need to see if he did anything to coerce somebody to do this or if he did it his own self and just called it in. Now, this is going to be very, very hard for Detective Brian to get around this because he has connections with Meech, and we don't know if Lopez told the commander about that. Now, will the case go unsolved? That's what we need to find out, because as of right now, Detective Brian meets up with Meech and he's asking him who did this, because I know you're not dumb enough to kill a cop. That's one thing Meech isn't going to do. And I mentioned that before. Meech isn't a killer. As far as this show goes, he's not a killer. In real life, he's not a killer. Dead, all that. So he's telling Brian, I don't know nothing about this. Now, we've seen these last couple of episodes, Brian is trying to separate himself from the streets just because Lopez was on his case. Well, now he's really going to have to do it because with a detective killed, oh man, they might bring in the feds and they're going to really start digging. So he's telling Meech, hey, you better hope it's not you because they're about to come down on you and I'm not going to have any control. So as of right now, I'm thinking the murder might go unsolved, especially if they don't tell that Kato did it. Brian doesn't have any idea who may have done it. Unless they can pick up that pipe and get some the fingerprints, then I think it's going to go unsolved because, you know, Meech and them are not going to talk. All right, I need to know, do you think Detective Lopez's murder is going to go unsolved or are they going to figure it out? If you say they're going to figure it out, give me your theory on how you think they're going to find out. If not, hey, you're on the same page as me. But I'm J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern for the BMF episode 7 after show. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.